What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed, I highly encourage it, but I also have the bias of course, I want to build this thing up. We are uploading daily. We're Twitch streaming daily, and today's video is going to be unique. It's going to be special, and many of you requested it. We're going to talk about the office, every single piece of equipment that I have within this office space. If you want to remake and replicate what's happening here, the different investment, the types of models that I've put together, what's going on the backdrop, and I am moving apartments, and I'm going to toss an incentive into this video. Many of you seem to have a lot of curiosity and interest around New York City in apartments. I will give you a full apartment tour if we go over 1,000 likes on this video. So that's completely up to you. No pressure, your choice, but this video is designed to really cover the office space that is actually in my living room. So right over here is my living room. So it's not separate. It is not a standalone. And I also actually live in New York City. For whatever reason, this becomes a discussion or a topic live on stream quite frequently. I live in Manhattan. I'm not necessarily in one of the other boroughs, or I don't live deep in New York somewhere else, or I'm not in the suburbs in Long Island. And I don't knock any of that. It's a lovely lifestyle. I think most people would be very comfortable living in Westchester or spending time even in Connecticut or going upstate. This is just one of those subjects or topics that I see reoccurring. And I want to make sure that I give all of you what you're looking for, what you're asking for. I got you. This is the gaming output, at least one of them. If you've not been watching the live stream, you get an idea of what this kind of looks like as a totality of production. Another screen you should have seen on the live stream, but you maybe haven't seen on YouTube. We have the split shot if we're going to shoot hoops. Let me give you an example. If you'd like a basketball wager, those are always available. Butter. We have a first-person perspective, and I'm shooting on the Canon G7X, which is a staple for sure in the YouTube community. I've actually had this camera for multiple years. So first off, what you're going to notice when we walk into my office, I added the clothing rack at the beginning of FIFA 21 because I knew that I was going to be moving. I had already decided that that move was going to happen. A lot of things had shifted this year. I'm still moving or staying in New York City, and this made it easier to put on a bunch of the different Unbox products, to put on a bunch of different New York Red Bulls products. A lot of the things that I wear on stream is in this clothing rack, and I wanted to have close access to that. If we go below, we're not done. This is where I keep a lot of the hats. Same thing. Got some Unbox over here, a bunch of Red Bull, and then on the reverse end, some team gear. If you guys follow the Subliners, if you follow New York Excel, which are both owned and operated from Unbox. We are looking at the Call of Duty Competitive League, or you're looking at the Overwatch Competitive League, and then the back wall. So you've got your fan, which is necessary. This is going to be the sectional. If you guys drop a bunch of likes on this video, I guess you get to see everything else that's happening here. We have the Red Bull sign. We've got a hat. Usually we'd have a football down here. We have the Champions League box, which is really cool. I want to implement this in a different way. So we did the E-Champions League Invitational, and everything came in this box itself. I don't really have anything in there currently, but I feel that it could be featured in the future. I want to see what happens at the new apartment. Over here, we've got a new SCUF controller. We got the PlayStation headset that I'm currently using as my primary. I got this as a gift from a friend of mine for my birthday. His name's Andrew. I'll see if I can pop tag, or I'll link below if you want to see his art. He's very talented as an artist. Also New York based. Of course, more invitational. We've got a bunch of the FIFA titles throughout the years. Both PlayStation, Xbox. I think it's important to have that history. You guys already got an idea what it looks like with the basketball scenario. Another SCUF controller. Highly recommend that. YouTube plaque. 100K. It's been a while since then. We have Akin Fenwal, who I absolutely love. I met this guy one time, and he's got a certain type of energy and vibe that is very unique, and it's just somebody that you want to be around. Awobi next to him. You guys know I'm an Everton supporter. We also have the mini locker room. These are items you don't always see either. You've got the LaBelle bag from EMLS, and this is the yoga mat that comes out when we're doing push-ups and so forth and so on. Here is the actual office. So I didn't clean up or anything along those lines, so you're seeing it as it would come. The main camera here is a Sony A7, which is something I would recommend if you can afford to do it. DSLR cameras definitely look better on a live stream. You have your main gaming screen, as you can see with the PlayStation 5. And then I have 3 monitors. And I wonder if there is a more efficient way to set up 3 monitors. Because I know some people like to do a vertical monitor, but that's not something I've done. I highly recommend Elgato. That's where I capture all my footage. We also have 2 Elgato lights, the key lights. Both of these can be controlled by your phone. You've got your classic podcaster mic, which is the Shure S7MB. Did I get that right? SMB7? Something along those lines. SM7B. And this is something that you would see maybe originally at a Joe Rogan podcast. And you might notice that there's a second microphone. And I think it's important to recommend a few different mics to you guys. So this is my traveling mic that has been through a lot. Originally, it was one of my main mics, and it's the Audio Technica AT2020 USB mic. And if this is out of your range, go get yourself a Blue Snowball. It still has a definite value point and a place in the world of content creation. You may have seen Nick run the Foot Market, one of the biggest Twitch streamers. He was using a Blue Snowball until this year. And it's a good example of how you just need to go and create content and then build from there. We have both the PS4 and the PS5 to go with a little bit of a mess on the back end of the office. You guys see the Red Bull fridge on screen. If you come down below, most of this is different giveaways that I have. I just did a giveaway for the Juventus McKinney kit. I've got a few controllers under the desk. I also have a ring light that I have not unpacked yet. I just didn't know how this was going to fit into this apartment. I received it recently in a collective package, but I didn't know what I would improve with it over the next month. So I figured I can try to implement that into something regarding a live stream or content pieces or a secondary camera or a traveling camera or for pictures, photography. I just haven't figured it out yet. And I will say this as well. If you guys have any suggestions for my stream, for the setup, all inclusive, I'd be very interested. And speaking of the setup, as you can see right here, I'm using Streamlabs OBS, which I recommend. I don't think I mentioned the Stream Deck. So when I push these buttons, it'll trigger the actual stream transitions. And this is where maybe you're seeing I don't have to click in different places, because like you could preset them and then switch between whatever transition you set up and so forth. You get the idea? If you have any questions about the items I have in my setup, please ask away. Also, the lights, I can tell you exactly what those are. We've got the LiftX Beam Seamless Light Module, color changing. That's the lights that you're seeing behind me. All these can be ordered and talked to and directed via your phone. Hey Siri, lights blue.
Okay, turning things blue.
For example. And if it's not the Beam Seamless lights, that it's coming with this Philips Hue, which is the lights that you're seeing that shoot up. You got the color light bulbs. There's a lot that goes into the lighting. I've probably spent, sadly, $500 on lighting. I mean, maybe I went overboard. I've always cared about having both good quality and doing my best to put out enough quantity to be competitive in the ecosystem known as social media. Because if you're not posting on your socials almost daily, you're losing out on opportunity, and the algorithms, they want to push creators or streamers or influencers, whatever keeps you on the platform for the longest periods of time. But if you enjoyed everything, make sure to drop some love. If you want the full apartment tour, I'm not sure that that's going to be available going forward or not, so you got to make it kind of happen on this video. Like it, subscribe it, follow it. I appreciate you. Health, wealth, and prosperity, and I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.